Namaste my dear friends, I am Kavita, your host from PMC English, and today again we have a very special guest with us. She is Neha from Bangalore. Neha, welcome to this show.
Welcome. Thank you.
So, how are you feeling here?
Well, it's good coming here. Giving an opportunity to speak about my journey, my meditation experience is something that's really good.
So, please share about your journey. How did it start, and how are you feeling after starting meditation?
Well, it's not something that's very different, but it's similar. Like, my mom came into meditation when she was in a 12th standard. So, through her, I came into the meditation. But initially, I used to do just to imitate parents because we have this childhood behavior of kids imitating parents and then like doing with it like that. But then, as I started doing meditation, I understood like I didn't have any health issues beginning, and I was like, fine, okay, that's common because you're a child, you don't have money, health issues. And then when I started doing it more, I saw a difference with my studies too, and like I used to get easily understand everything and easily like grab all the knowledge from the teachers also in the classroom. And then I felt, okay, there's something in this, we have to go more. Like when I was 6 years old, then I started doing it properly, like by myself, that okay, there's something in this, let's do it more, let's understand about it more. And then I started doing it and I felt really good. I've seen a lot of difference. One is studies, and then my concentration power increased. I was clear headed, my thoughts were clear, I understood what is what, and I understood, okay, what to do, where and how to do. And that's what is something that's really important at such a young age. Because childhood, we have this double mind of, okay, should we do this or that? Should we go here or there? When you have a clear thought, that becomes very easy to understand and do things. So that's what was very helpful for me. And then in my studies, it was very, like that's a major plus point, I would say. My parents and my friends used to think I'm not studying at all, but then the grades were good, and even I used to study for 1 hour. The thing that used to take for 3 hours or 4 hours is something that I've studied in 1 hour, and that's very useful. Before the exams, everybody was so tensed for the papers, and I was like, fine, let's go, let's give it. It's easy. So that's something that's really good. And then health issues. Well, to say that I've not fallen sick till now,
Wow, is it?
yeah, is something that's really a plus point, I would say, and it has helped me a lot in many ways. So yeah,
How old you are?
I am 19 years old currently.
And when did you start your meditation? At which age?
I have started doing it since 3 years, 2 years, because my mom used to do that. I was like, fine, okay, let's sit like this. Okay, let's do it. And then I started doing it myself by 6 years.
Can you please elaborate more? Like, as you said that you started at very young age, but then, like, how was the difference when you started it seriously? As you said that after starting meditation, your concentration power, your focus, and the grades even it got increased. So, can you please elaborate more how it happened?
When I started doing it normally, I felt it fine. I was just understanding it. I didn't actually know what it is. I didn't actually know what it is and what the process is. So when I understood what it is, and I started doing it by myself, and then I understood the actual difference, because in order to say it to somebody, you have to first go deep and then tell it to somebody else. So when I went deep into it, then I understood the reasons behind it. Like studying, some of my friends took 4 hours to study the same topic when we had group studies, and I used to do it very quickly, and even I used to explain it to them. So the reason for it that I understood later was that when we do meditation, our thoughts get cleared. Deep, like we don't have too many thoughts because our mind creates 60,000 thoughts in a second, and that's something very. So then I understood that okay, meditation clears your thoughts. So when you have a clear thought process, you can easily save, because it's just like a computer. If you have too many files in it, you can't save many files, and you can't take it more things. When I started doing meditation, I understood, okay, fine. So this is how it is helpful. My thoughts are getting clear, so I have more storage space. So I can store more. It is easy to store more because you don't have any load upon you. And that's how it is done. And health also, it's the same, because once you start doing, you understand what your plus or negative is, and you start working on it. And when you start working on it, that will obviously be helpful to you.
So at very young age you understood all these things, and this is really very important. So friends, you can just listen her that how beautiful her life is. When she started meditation at very early age, her focus, her clarity, it was very precise, and then it's all about health also. She never been sick till now. So please start meditation. As doctor always says that precaution is better than cure, but here we don't need doctors even. So coming to my next question, how many siblings you are?
Well, I am single.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't have any siblings.
okay, okay. So like how's your relation with your parents?
It's a very good relation, I would say, because like initially my mom was divorced when I was child, so I grew mostly with her, and then she used to be there with me all the time, and then my family was also youth support, like my mom's side, so that really helped. And later my mom got remarried, and the father that I have is like something not even a biological father would do for a child. It's more than that, and so that's a good feeling, I would say. And also being able to express whatever you feel, and make them understand how you are at any situation is something that every child wishes for. And I would proudly say that I have that comfort and compassionate behavior towards my parents and towards them too. Like we obviously see initially, like everywhere, that parents who do not do meditation is something really different, because at every stage they'll be like, okay, this is what the society needs, or this is what you have to do, or since I was not able to do, because you are my child, you have to do that. And that's how parents are
There will be
outside.
always
Yeah.
expectations from
Yeah,
children.
they'll force their ideas and implications to the child. But since my parents are in meditation, they have understood what it is and how children have to mold themselves by themselves. They have to give a additional touch or a makeup sort of thing to the child, so that will be useful for them. And that's what I got from my parents. So they have given me all the opportunities, all the freedom to do what I wish, but then with minute minute changes and pinpoints in my life, so that would be helpful to further build upon. And that's really useful. Being in south, like in Vishakhapatnam, I'm originally from Vishakhapatnam, so being from Vishakhapatnam, my father has given me the opportunity, because I said I want to do humanities art stream, and that's something very different, because science is something that's very common, and all the parents want their children to be a doctor or an engineer, or in a field that's well reputed, or in a field that gives them money, good money for the children. But then I said I don't want to do it, and even then there were a lot of people around us saying, okay, Shinsi got good grades, she's above 90, you can just send her to some MPC or a science stream and then she'll do it. But then even at that point my parents were like, no, she's interested in arts, so let's her get to do it, because if she's interested in arts, then she would give a full in the arts, her full attention, her full understanding into arts, and that would be helpful for her in the future. And if we give her science, she would take it up, but later like she would repent the choice of taking science, because she won't give her full attention or full diversion to the science. And then they given me this opportunity that they have sent me to Rajasthan to Birla Institutes. I have studied there and I've completed my arts there, and now I'm studying in Bangalore.
So what are you doing right now?
In Bangalore, I've taken up humanities that comprises of philosophy, history and English.
Okay, so what's your ambition?
Well, I want to be an IS officer or go into NGO sector to serve people. I feel that change starts around you, and if you go into any other stream, like any other choice, you can do serve people, but you don't have that opportunity or that power in your hand to take decisions immediately. And I feel going into the government sector or NGO sector would give you that extra PowerPoint or a plus point, complete a game and get into the field that you want and serve people much more better.
So in which way you want to serve? Like what you see in a society that you want to change here?
There's a lot of corruption and there's a lot of power that people think is for them. They use it in other ways rather than using it for the people, because it starts from the people. In order to make a nation better, you have to start with the people, not with outer changes. there's a lot of corruption around, and then there's a lot of power vested in hands of few authoritative people, but then that's not utilized in a proper way. That's what we see around in our villages or in hometowns or in cities. So that's where I want to start a change, get a change, so that give people the freedom they want to do something that they wish for, but even be for the betterment of others. So that's what we have learned, right? All of us are one. We one alone is not something that's important, but we all together is something that's really important.
It's really very inspiration point you have shared here. It will inspire a lot of people, because at this young age to finalize your ambition, what you want to do, it happens through meditation only. So I really hats off to you, Neha, and it's really great work you are doing, and the study you have chosen, it's really wonderful. So what else you are doing in your life apart from your curriculum activities?
Well, since childhood, I have started teaching meditation once I understood what it is. So, in my 6th standard, we took a flat in apartment, and then my mom took an flat, another apartment beside my flat, so that we can teach meditation and have that as a center for teaching meditation to people and to students during Sundays for students, and the rest is for center where sessions will be happening there. So then I used to volunteer there in Sundays, and then during morning 10 to 12 I used to teach meditation, then teach them drawing, dancing and all. And all these children are from the slums around where we stayed. So it was really good feeling that we can give any gifts to people. Like, you can give a huge car or a huge jewelry box, but then at some point of time that will fade out. And I started understanding, okay, giving meditation, teaching meditation to others is something that's a really good gift to others as well as to yourself, because you're enlightening more by yourself, and then you're also telling others about meditation. So that's giving them an opportunity to feel what you have felt, and to understand and to feel, to get into meditation is something that's really like unique and divine, I would say. So I taught there. And then in my 10th standard too, everywhere I've taught meditation to my friends, my family. And then there was this one incident in my 4th standard, because since we doing meditation promote vegetarianism a lot, that eating non-veg is not something very good, and it should not be there, because even animals are human beings and they too feel the same pain that we are feeling. We treat everyone as equal and everyone as one. So when I've understood that, I explained that to my friends. And during parent teacher meet, my mother came to meet my principal, and there was no other complaint except one complaint saying that other parents complaining that your child is telling them about not eating non-vegetarian food. So can you please stop that, because the children have stopped eating non-vegetarian food, and the parents are feeling like too shocking or too bad that they're not eating, because they feel that non-vegetarian food especially is protein food.
Right.
So
that is also a very wrong thinking.
Yeah. Because somebody looking at me thinks that I'm a non-vegetarian eater, but I'm a pure vegetarian eater, pure veg food. I've not eaten non-veg since my childhood. Wow. Yeah, so that's something very so when you start eating non-veg, you have this ego, all the feelings all developing inside. Yeah. It's like me, myself, and negative emotions. So not eating non-veg food will give you that extra strength and power to see everyone as equal and everybody as one, and not me, myself, and we, us. So that's what. And then everywhere I went, I've taught meditation to my friends, to my mentors, to my teachers, everywhere. Even in Rajasthan I've did that. Wow. So there's this one incident where I went to Rajasthan to my college, and then the students were like, she's from South, so she'll take time to mingle, she'll take time to like get in touch with all of us and be talking with us and all. But within the second I've started talking with everybody. So this is something that Patri sir has taught us a lot, that you may be from different places, but we all are one. At any place we are connected through souls, but we are just human beings living in different bodies. So because of that, I've never seen anybody different or separate from us, and that has really helped in getting in touch with people, and also being extrovert rather than introvert.
So beautifully you mentioned, and thank you for sharing this beautiful experience. As you shared that you have been teaching meditation from childhood, and that is such something universal gift you were spreading through your friends to everyone, and that vegetarianism thing, that is really beautiful thing. People were taking it in a different way because they really don't know that what is the reality of food, like what we eat we become the same. So beautiful. Neha, I heard from your mom that you are very clear, as you shared here also, that you are very clear in your thoughts and you have manifested so many things. So how did it happen?
That's again going back to the same point that doing meditation clears your thoughts. So adding upon to that, since childhood I've never had this name tag of manifestation given to me, but then or understood that manifestation is what I'm doing since childhood, because even without knowing, whatever I used to think, I used to get that. Not even without asking to my parents, because I used to get everything. Once I had a thought in my mind that I want this, I used to get that. So I didn't realize. I thought it's common. Parents do understand, and they do understand. And not only from parents, but through friends also, I used to get everything what I wished. So then I was like, it's normal. This is how life is. But then in my 10th standard, I'm done with my studies. After 10th, I had this manifestation of not doing science, doing arts. So I was very clear cut on that I have to do arts. And there also my parents have helped me a lot, and that has given me a huge base and support, as like, okay, something that I wished I wanted is happening. And then I went to Rajasthan to study there.
Oh wow! So Neha, as I heard from somewhere that you got very special award. What is that?
Well, there's the Student of the Year award that's given.
Wow! Wow!
To
Okay.
student in 12th standard, one of the student from the entire 12th standard batch, where who have shown excellence in co-curricular, extracurricular in school and in outside, where we have represented our college. So then I was clear thought, okay, I'm not going to get it because I'm a new student there, because that school is from 4th standard to 12th. I was like, fine, I'm not getting it. But I just thought, I was doing meditation the day before the annual day, they were announcing it. I just thought in my mind, okay, I was doing meditation and I thought that would be really good if I received the award. While doing meditation, I had these thoughts that, okay, it would be really good if I received this award. My parents would be happy and everybody around me would be happy. That's a completely different feeling. I started imagining things with an emotion connected to it. But even then, I was like, okay, I'm not going to get it. Let's cut this thought because I'm not an old student. I'm a new student here. But then the day came and they have announced me as the Student of the Year awardee, and that's really shocking to me.
Could you please elaborate more that what were your activities like to get this award? This is not a very small thing, so it's really very special. So can you please share your activities? What were you doing there?
Yeah, so the main things they see is your extracurricular activities, how you present school outside in competitions that you go for debates, for talkings, and for MUNs. There's this Model United Nations that happen in colleges, and it's very common around everywhere. So they see your participation in such things, and also your co-curricular activities that inside school, where during programs, how do you conduct, being a part of the organizing teams and all, how is that? And then your communications with other students around you, how you communicate with other students, how is your behavior, how is your behavior with your teachers, your peers, and everybody. And also looking at the way I've started teaching meditation to others, and also my principal got very much inspired with the meditation that I've taught her, because she knew what meditation is, but then she was very happy with the way I explained it to her, and she started doing meditation. And then all of my teachers were also impressed with the way I have behaved in the classroom. I was also a discipline head like I was a discipline in charge in my 11th and 12th. I was discipline head, and then they were very happy with the way I've conducted things and have organized, and I was a part of the programs. So then they started then they started looking through the nominees, like all teachers do have few names through the nominees, and then they started looking at it, and then after few levels all the teachers have unanimously agreed to give me the award, and that's
So beautiful, so beautiful. So, being a child, I mean, and for your parents, like they are really proud parents.